doing? This is our second season of Ask AstronEra, second episode, and I'm going live on every Saturday to talk about various stuff in astronomy that you guys want me to talk about. So last time I spoke about the careers in the field of astronomy and I got really good response for that. There were lots of questions that you guys were asking about it. And after that, just this week, the NASA launched its mission to Mars, Mars 2020, and lots of people started asking me about this mission and everything about it. They wanted to know about what it's about and when it's gonna reach to Mars. I just want to tell you all guys that this mission is not the only mission that is going to Mars this year. And not just this year, but actually this month. So July 2020 has actually been the month of the red planet because there were three Mars missions that were sent towards the red planet to explore it. And NASA was just one of it. We are going to discuss about these missions today. And if you guys have any questions about it, you can post it in live and I'll try and answer these. Planetary science and these missions is not really my main topic, but since you guys wanted to discuss about it, we are doing this in this episode. So let's go ahead. I'm going to talk a little bit about these missions today. So of course the hype has been there about Mars 2020 Perseverance mission, right? So along with that, there were two other missions which were sent this month. One was by United Arab Emirates Space Agency, which was called as Hope mission. They have sent an orbiter to go around the red planet and study about it. And there was also a mission sent by China National Space Administration, which is named Tianwen-1. Both these missions were launched just this month, and you can imagine these missions have been there in planning and they have been building the equipment since past so many, not just months, but years. And during this pandemic, they have managed to send these missions to the Mars towards a planet and not just Moon, which is comparatively closer to us. So there were lots of challenges during this for sure, but they have managed to do this finally. So I'm gonna go talking about these missions one by one, starting with the UAE mission. So they announced the mission back in July 2014 and it was launched on 19th of July 2020. It is expected to get into the orbit of Mars in February 2020. So it's gonna be a few months until it makes its journey towards the red planet and gets into its orbit. Um, it is an orbiter mission, so they are not going to go on the surface of the planet, but they are just going to stay, in the orbit, studying about the planet. I'd like to talk a little bit about what their mission exactly is, what they are trying to do here. Um, but before that, I just wanna make you guys see these images that I'm showing on the screen. You can see that all the team of the people from UAE who has been involved in the mission, and I am so proud that there are many women also involved into this, women in STEM, women in science. And then you can also see their lab where they're taking all the precautions against the corona, COVID-19, and there's the Hope probe behind them there. So let's get into objectives about this mission. Their main aim is to provide the first ever complete picture of the Martian atmosphere, and they are going to do this only by staying in the orbit of the red planet. So they actually have three different instruments on their probe, which are going to work towards three main goals. One is they are going to understand the climate dynamics and the global weather map through characterizing the lower atmosphere of Mars. The second objective is to explain how the weather changes the escape of hydrogen and oxygen through correlating the lower atmosphere conditions with the upper atmosphere. And their third goal is to understand the structure and variability of hydrogen and oxygen in the upper atmosphere, as well as identifying why Mars is losing them into space. So, as you can see, when India sent the Mars orbiter mission, Mangalyaan, we got some results back from it, and you can see that UAE has not just gone there to study everything overall. Just makes us understand how UAE has also built up their mission to study further to what we know so far about Mars, right? So it has the mission, the orbiter has, the Hope orbiter has these three main instruments on that. You can see that there is infrared imaging that they are going to do. There's going to be high resolution photographs that they are going to take, and there's going to be ultraviolet imaging as well done by them. So our next mission, China launched its mission on 23rd of July, and in this mission, Tianwen-1, they are carrying an orbiter, lander, and a rover. So unlike UAE, they have three main steps to get to the red planet. They are also going to have an orbiter orbiting around the planet and understanding mostly the atmosphere and stuff. And there's going to be a rover, but not just rover. They are going to land it with a separate lander, and I think they are the first ones to do so. NASA has sent about 5 rovers so far on the Mars, and now China is also going to send their rover. They have had some failed missions before. They had sent a probe which actually got lost. It was in collaboration with Russia, I think, and now they are going on Mars with lander and rover as well. So the orbiter is going to start orbiting the Mars in February 2021, and the rover is expected to land in April 2021. The dates are not fixed yet, but this is what they are expecting. It is going to map the morphological and geological structure on the planet, and it is also going to investigate the surface soil characteristics and water ice distribution. It's also going to analyze the surface material composition, and is going to measure the ionosphere and the characteristics of the Martian climate and environment at the surface. They are going to perceive the physical fields as well, like electromagnetic, gravitational, and internal structure of Mars. Um, so yeah, so you can see in this image over here, there's going to be an orbiter, and there's also a lander over here, and the rover. So their main mission is to study the morphology and geological structure, climate, and physical forces, as I just explained to you. And then the one that you have been hearing about the most, NASA's Mars 2020 mission, which is sending Perseverance rover and Ingenuity drone. So this is the first attempt of the drone going on the Mars. Um, this mission was launched on 30th of July 2020, and it will get into orbit on 18th of February 2020. No, it's going to get into orbit before. It's going to land in February. And as I told you, the mission type is orbiter and rover. So a few things about the Perseverance rover. Again, the name is so amazing. The guy who named it a few years ago, he was just in high school back then when NASA announced to name the rover, and he had no idea that the world is going to be in pandemic when the mission is going to take off, and the name suits so much right now to this. So the key objectives of the rover are going to be to explore geologically diverse landing sites, um, and actually, I think the most important thing that it's going to do is that it's going to try and find the ancient life if it was existing before on Mars. So we are going to try and find if there are any evidences about it. So it's our best chance for us to learn whether life ever arose on the red planet or not, and it is going to actually collect some rocks and soil samples from the surface. So these samples will they will try and send these samples back to Earth, but it's not going to happen until 2031. So they're gonna pick up and bring back to Earth possibly by 2031, and it would be first ever sample returning from Mars to the Earth. So this mission actually, is the first opportunity to take fundamental questions about whether there was or wasn't life on Mars, because even the area where it's going to land is, it is understood, or we figured out that there might be some water body existing over there, and so we are hoping to land the rover there and try and find if there is any ancient life on Mars. So that's gonna be its main goal. It's gonna have lots of scientific instruments. The most amazing thing that I feel about this rover is that it's going to have some hearing aid. It's going to hear what's going on the Mars. So I think that's the first time ever that we are going to hear something on the red planet. So the rover carries advanced versions of some Curiosity sensors, including chemical analyzer, and blasts rock with a laser to identify the atoms and molecules they're made of, and a sharp-eyed camera system that can zoom in on areas of interest to produce video and 3D pictures. Um, so yeah, there's also the drone that's going to go around and study the planet. So it's already launched after 7 years of wait, and now all we can do is wait for it to go there, and we can finally understand what it has for us. So yeah, this was about the Perseverance rover and the Ingenuity drone that we have sent, and all the Mars orbiter missions. We are going to have Ask AstronEra talks every Saturday, so let me know what you guys would like me to talk about next Saturday. If I have not covered anything about these missions, and if you have any questions, do send them to us on AstronEra's Instagram, and we will surely try and answer those. So let me know what you guys would like me to talk about next Saturday, and I'll see you then.